and welcome. We are the Game Reactionists. I am Rorschach.
And I'm Spectre.
And we got a very special unboxing you and I are both excited for.
Very, very much so, yeah. This is, I've been looking for something like this for a long time. There's been quite a few different variations of statues for this particular character over the years. But this one's very special. This is actually approved by Masahiro Ito, I believe, directly. Oversaw this. So this is as official as you can get a definitive version of the Red Pyramid thing or Pyramid Head.
Yeah. So we're going to get right into that. Before we do, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so that you're aware of when we upload new content. You and I both bought these statues.
They weren't cheap.
No.
So I mean, and we'll be talking about a little bit about the the build quality and everything at the end. We're doing a review of it as well too. But yeah, these set you back a little bit. I got mine from Big Bad Toy Store, I believe, online.
Same.
I want to say they were like $370.
It was $370 and then plus shipping.
Yeah, so you're looking at close to $400 for one of these guys. So
right.
So yeah, I mean, you're expecting a certain level of quality for that. So
and right away, when I got this, now this is my copy. This was created by Gecko. But when I got this shipped to me and I pulled this out of the box, it's like, oh my God, this box itself is it's beautiful.
I love it. Yeah. and Gecko had some other figures they did before in the past. I have the nurse they did and a older version of Red Pyramid thing as well too.
Okay.
Very similar style of box, but I love this style. Like I said, the artwork on the box itself this is a keeper. This isn't something you throw away. This is a very nice looking box. Probably show them the other side too.
Oh yeah. Well, I was going to talk about, we got some dialogue from James here. I was weak. That's why I needed you. Needed someone to punish me for my sins. I like that on there. And then, yeah, on the back here is Red Pyramid thing. You may not be able to tell, really. I'll kind of put it toward the closer to the camera. You can see him in there kind of peering out the 9 squares here. These are relevant because this represents the final save point of the game before you finished Silent Hill 2.
And before your final boss fight with the Red Pyramid things as well too.
So very, very cool. Very good detail here. So the box, when I got this, I was like, I'm happy I got it.
Right away you see some quality for this.
No regrets. Yeah. Haven't even seen the statue yet. I pre-opened it just now, but I actually didn't assemble my statue or anything. So I really don't know what it looks like aside from the pictures I've seen on the internet. So now this I did pull out already, but this was attached to
so this is here. Like a little collectible card, I think is what this is.
Yeah, it's just a little, because it's the Misty Judgment Day.
Misty Days Remains of Judgment. Yes.
Misty Days Remains.
So the very famous painting in the game that you encounter in the Silent Hill Historical Society, where you see Pyramid Head with this very bizarre, ominous painting with his spear or lance, and so this is kind of that version of him.
So you get a little bit of a note from Gecko themselves. The statue is thoroughly supervised by the art director and monster designer of Silent Hill 2, Masahiro Ito, under the concept, if we produce a brand new Pyramid Head statue, let's brush up the details that could not be expressed with the video game specs at the time of the game's initial release, yet not spoil the original image. Ito and the sculptor Akayo?
Where? I think that's... Yeah.
Okay. Teamed up to create this highly detailed statue. The imposing upright posture with the long spear in hand recreates the iconic image of the executioner as seen in the painting Misty Day, Remains of the Judgment at the Historical Museum. The iconic helmet, which the name Red Pyramid shows, recreates not only a rusty metallic expression, but also a creature-like element. The details captured on the entire body, such as painful raw wounds, rough skin, and eroded and torn clothing, are other highlights that must be seen. The highly detailed base capturing the scaffold can be connected to recreate the scene of the final fight against 2 Red Pyramid things. So, I did not get 2.
Spoiler at the end here, we will have 2 to show you side by side. I'm nuts enough about it that I went for 2. So, well, actually, what happened was I got mine first and I opened it up and I loved it so much I decided to get another one. I had to complete the set. So,
and my basement's under construction right now. So when I got mine, I put it in a safe area, and that's where it stayed. And that's where it's going to end up going when we're done
right?
here.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know, it will get displayed. But anyway, all right, let's get him out of here. Let's free him from his cell. So we got that. I do want to. There is another insert in
so
there.
we want to put that in there as well too. Yeah. And then the booklet itself as well too. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we got a couple things going on here. So here's the background of the Misty Day Remains of the Judgment Day. Remains of the Judgment. I like this. Very cool.
It's nice because you can sort of. I mean, they were thinking in this too. You can kind of recreate this, this painting, but then you flip it around. And then this is, of course, the final save point. So you kind of, if you had the two together, it kind of goes well with that. I thought about displaying mine this way, but I just didn't think it looked great with this in the background. So, but I mean, this is kind of a cool inclusion that they have here too.
So it looks like I pulled this out earlier too. Looks like we got instructions on assembly here.
Just showing. I mean, it's pretty simple to put together.
Can you read that? Any of that?
Yeah, I got to brush up on my Japanese, but you have the English version here as well too. So it's I mean it's kind of self-explanatory. You just put him on his base there, and we got to put his hands on.
Looks amazing already.
Yeah, that's why I went for this one. I mean, this is, as that little card said as well too. This is essentially I guess you could say the definitive edition of this statue. And I know that First Four Figures had one. Gecko actually had an older one as well too that I had. And this one though, I just felt like this is the end all be all. And I think what kind of neat to notice on this base here too, you have this kind of this grimy kind of like mud on here as well too. So I really like that detailing. It's kind of highlights on there as well too. So
do these black things have any purpose, or are those for connecting?
That's for connecting.
Okay,
so you don't need to worry about that or that plank up there. That is the tip of the spear though. There you do need that.
Okay. Just the tip.
And since he's yours, I'll let you put him on the stand.
Yeah, I'll do all that. Yeah, very cool.
While you're doing that, I'll open up this little booklet here as well too. So this is, I think this goes into more detail here. We'll kind of take a quick look at this.
Okay, I got it.
So
here.
while you're doing that, we'll kind of just do this live here. So that's the updated. That must be the updated concept art here. Yep, 2015. Yep. So yeah, so that's the updated concept art they probably used for the creation of the statue here. And this is actually really cool. It kind of shows the whole design process of it here as well. So this is actually really neat. Kind of see the sculpt as it was created and put together here.
I love that. I love.
So really going into kind of really extravagant detail here as well too. This is a nice little inclusion. I didn't see this with their other two statues that they released either. This is kind of new.
I love art books. You include art books.
And you have little details on the bottom here. If you read on it, like it goes into detail about the creation, build process, and sculpting of it as well too. So that's kind of what it looks like inside the helmet there as well. Very, very cool. Oh, and it actually has the old. I like that over here. It has the old statues as well too. So this is the older statue that Gecko did, and this is of course the in-game models here as well too. What does it say? Mr. Ito's coloring instructions for Red Pyramid Thing. While following Gecko's Red Pyramid Thing released in 2012, he seems to be aiming to brush up the coloring to match the new sculpture. So yeah, coloring was changed a little bit. Like I said, I feel like this is a much more accurate in some ways, darker kind of vision of it. That this is sort of what it would look like if the game was made today, essentially. So we'll see how this compares to, of course, the remake. And there's image of two of them together as well too. Very, very cool. So that comes with it in the box as well too.
So we've got Pyramid Head himself assembled here. Awesome detail. I'm just going to do like a slow movement even on the back of him. Like, obviously this isn't how he looked originally, but this is how I remember him.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, this is what it would look like if they were making the game today. Essentially, I think it's kind of what was implied. So this is if the PS2 was powerful enough to do this.
Right.
Yeah, he just kind of snaps on there. Then on the sides of them, it's like I said, it's really neat because they has these little like kind of bridge points to put another statue next to them.
So there is my singular statue.
Looks pretty nice with the background there. Like I said, I love the detail. I love the look of rust on it too. It looks really, really cool. Yeah, you kind of switch it around for the Day of Judgment over there as well too. And yeah, I have to pre-bend it the other way.
Not too much. I don't want to crease it or anything. That'll be good enough. I'll hold it up here.
Very similar to the painting. Yeah.
Why don't we do what you expressed here? I'm going to take mine. I'm going to place them down here for a little bit.
Okay, and then we're going to see what two of them together look like. So I will bring that over. There we go. So just like the boss fight, these are my two here. And some subtle differences actually between, even though the same statue had some subtle differences in the painting between the two of them. But once I had one, I had to have both of them as well too. So I think we can actually flip this around to be more appropriate because it's right by the final,
I suppose
right before the final save point. So I think that looks pretty freaking amazing there. These, obviously there's a lot of costs associated with these. I'd say if I had any kind of criticism for these, it would just mainly be the materials. I was hoping for more of like a polystone or something a little bit more sturdy. But I think in terms of the paint quality and the build quality and the look of them, it is incredible.
It still has some good weight to it, though. It's not necessarily like a pushover statue.
I'm not trying to say it doesn't feel cheap. I'm saying it is a lot, especially for two of them. So I mean, in terms of the statue quality, I'm pretty happy with it. We're sort of paying the tax for having these officially approved by the original designer, and I accept that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think it's definitely worth it. I'm very happy with how these turned out. These are kind of the centerpiece now of my little Silent Hill display area. So I couldn't be happier with these. I mean, obviously this is a fan bias. I think if you're a non-fan or you just have a passing interest in Silent Hill, this is probably not the statue for you. But for me, I just absolutely adore this. And here we go with like a whole little army of them going on. So, but yeah, I love the detail. I think they just look incredible here. And I can ignore the material quality for how it looks because honestly that's really what matters more than anything most of the time because you're not going to be sitting there picking these things up every day.
No,
these are going to go on a shelf and these are display pieces. So
right.
I think they look fantastic. I love even the details on the hands as well too. I think they just look incredible. So very, very happy. I mean, for me as a Silent Hill fan, this is a 10 out of 10. I really, really enjoy these. Like I said, I had to rush out and get another one right away because I wanted to have two of them together.
Were you able to get a second one at retail?
I was. Yeah. Okay. I got it right away. I made the decision like within 30 seconds of seeing it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta do it.
I probably would have done the same had I opened mine all the way when I got mine.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I wouldn't mind having a second one too, and I checked and they're sold out.
And really for the price of these, I think these are similar price to the first four figures statues to some degree. So
yeah.
I was like, well, for something that's officially approved and updated, I'm pretty happy with that price point. And you get like a nice little display, you get a little booklet with it as well, really nice packaging. The whole presentation here is top notch, I think.
I would agree. I'm very happy with my purchase. Obviously, Spectre is very happy with his purchase. We're both big fans of the series. Spectre may edge me out just a little bit because he's got some extra pieces in his collection that I simply don't have, but we both very much love the game, so this was a no-brainer for us being fans of the series. If you were fortunate enough to get a hold of these, kudos to you as well. If you weren't,
God help you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what these are going for on eBay now. But
I gotta imagine $1,000 minimum. Like I gotta imagine that's what it is.
They're probably a lot, yeah. And plus, the other way I kind of justify it to myself is I do have the old statue, the 2012 statue they mentioned in the booklet. I will be selling that now because
you'll recover some of your.
I'll recover some of the costs because I feel this is I don't even have a use for that anymore. This is the definitive statues.
Well, that's pretty much all we've got to say about the Red Pyramid thing. Very happy with it. Fantastic presentation. The price really doesn't make a difference to either of us. I think that's safe to say.
Yeah, if you're a fan, you're not going to wince at it. But I mean, anyone else, I would say probably it might not be for you.
Right.
But yeah, we have a lot of actually unboxings coming out this year.
Yeah, we really do. And we might have Silent Hill 2 remake coming out this year, and we'll have a lot to say about that.
Yeah.
We do have a video we just did for Silent Hill: The Short Message. God, that was awful. That was painful.
Yeah, spoiler, that was pretty bad.
That was pretty bad.
I did a video on Ascension as well, too. So any Silent Hill related things that come out, even the rumored movie that's supposed to be coming out, we will be talking about all these things. So,
yep,
one way or another, we'll be talking about Silent Hill for a while now. So
yeah, so pretty exciting. It's kind of one of those things when you get something like this, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm glad the series is revitalized. And then when you get something like the short message, you're like, just leave it be.
Let it die.
Just let it die.
I was happy with Konami opening up. They have their online store and putting merchandise out. I'm happy with that. Like, just let the series just kind of rest at this point. Yeah. But no, we still got 900 more games coming. I'm sure they're all going to be terrible.
Yeah.
So, but we'll be there to talk about them though.
We will,
and to appreciate what we had. Yeah.
And we hope that you join us for that. So if you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are aware. Let us know what you think of the statues. Let us know what you think of Silent Hill in general. Do you like the direction of where the series is going now? Or are you like us, where you're kind of like, the series was done after The Broom. Let's leave it alone. Sound off in the comments below. And that's all we've got. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.